Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats. This evening, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, will be performed by the Eisenhower High School Combined Honor Choirs under the direction of Mrs. Debbie Wood.
Here comes the return to the 40, 45, and out to the 50. Lawton Eisenhower with the receiving of the kick to start the ball game will start after a 47-yard return at their own. They're going to mark it just shy of the 50-yard line. Lawton Ike in their own territory. Hi, folks. Welcome to KKBS and Guymon Tiger football. We've had issues, we could say issues, and I think probably if folks are listening at home, may be able to hear some of the issues. We're having some difficulty technically, and we're trying to work those out. Thanks for joining us here on KKBS tonight, here on a Friday night in September. You know, it is football season, and it's district play as the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles hosting the Tigers. They say the return gets into Guymon territory, so Lawton will start 1st and 10 from 42 after a big return of the opening kickoff. It'll be interesting to see how the Tigers defense this Lawton team. They've got a static quarterback. More about that as the game progresses. Lawton with the snap. Here comes the throw across the middle, deep down the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver inside the 10-yard line. It is incomplete. Lawton going for the touchdown on the opening play and just past the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. It is incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 42. I'm going to bring in Todd Singletary, although at this point we're not entirely sure what Todd's going to sound like. Guymon starts out in a hole, Mr. Singletary.
Yeah, and a little surprise call by the Eagles there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, option out to the left-hand side. Quarterback across the 40 down to the 39 is a pickup of 3, and that is the fellow we're talking about, quarterback for the Eisenhower Eagles. That is R.J. Fisher. They list him as a junior, 217, and he is a D1 prospect. Picks up 2 on the play, down to the 40 in Guymon territory. It will be 3rd down. 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Man in motion from left to right. A little shovel pass to him, and he'll try to turn it up at the 40 and then drag down at the 35, and the Eagles will be in a 4th down situation early on.
Great defense by the Tigers of forcing that play back to the inside where there was help coming down the line and bringing him down short of the 1st down, but expect the Eagles to go for it here on the 3rd and 3 situation.
4th and 3, Todd.
4th and 3.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I knew that's what I had in my head. It's just not what I said.
On 4th and 3, the Eagles will go for it. They've got to get from the 35 to the 32. Long count, going to option left. Quarterback just shovels it out there to the left-hand side, and it looks like they do have the first down. As the running back gets from the 35. He's got to get to the 32, and you're right, Todd. Wow.
I don't think he made it.
It's very close. Tigers say they think they've held. Wow. I thought he got, from our point of view, of course, it's all the way across the field, and we're in a box that is considerably removed.
Yes. From the field. And they're going to stretch out the chains, and he's short.
Tigers have held. Tigers have held.
Wow. Very lackadaisical run by the running back there. Just assumed he had it, and he went out of bounds, and did not get a friendly mark.
Not at all. About 6 inches, about 6 inches short. So the Tigers take over 1st and 10, call the mark at just outside their own 32. Tiger defense standing tall on the first series of plays here tonight in Lawton. Tiger offense now on the field on 1st and 10 from their own 32 with receivers 2 right, 1 left, 2 running backs. The handoff goes to a running back. Big hole left side to the 40, out across the 40 to the 43. Might be enough for a first down. Nice running there for the Tigers on the opening play offensively for them. That is Drew Winter with the carry.
Boy, what a huge hole up the inside, and a tremendous job. Coach Richmond has changed up his offensive line this week and showing to be very effective there on that first play.
Tigers go with the hurry up. Purdy in motion from left to right. I-back gets the handoff. Lawton defenses this much more effectively as they stand up the running back, maybe a yard carry. Boy, a lot of activity after the whistle blows, and no flag, but man, there was a lot of activity after the whistle blew.
A lot of activity when the ball was snapped as they got into the backfield fairly quickly. Fortunate to get back up to the line of scrimmage and
Give them a yard. 2nd and 9 Tigers from their own 44. Handoff inside. This is Winter. He'll get to the 45. Not a lot of running room on these two plays. And the Tigers will be in 3rd and long from their own 45-yard line.
For that first play, defensively, Lawton has kind of settled in. That interior between the tackles, much more effective for the Eagles defense.
3rd and 8 Tigers. We are just underway here in Lawton. The Tigers being hosted by the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. No score, 9:37 left, first period. Tigers at 3rd and 8. Santos backs out from under center and will set up in the shotgun. Single running back behind him. 3 receivers out left. Looks left, now wants to throw right into single coverage. Underthrown and is picked off. The Eagles come up with the game's first turnover, tackled immediately at the 25, and Lawton takes over 1st and 10 from there.
Well, it could be worse. They could have had to have kicked into that breeze. They didn't have to, and so they don't give up a whole lot, except it's the first interception that the Tigers have thrown this season, which is kind of a nice thing to say considering this is week 4.
Yep, and certainly turnovers was that was a huge part of the season last year. It seemed like the Tigers were constantly being bit with the turnover bug throughout the season. Mm-hmm. Hasn't been a problem this season. This is, you're right, and effectively as good as, it's of course on 3rd down, but effectively as good as a punt here. 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 25. Single running back, slot and wide out to the left side. High snap, controlled. They're going to run it to the right-hand side. Turning it up, gets outside the 25, near the 28. And it'll be a pickup of 3 there with the carry for the Eagles is Kenneth Graham. They list him as a tailback and give him 4 yards. That's a very generous spot.
Graham doing a good job of eluding the first potential tackler by the Tigers, but cannot get away from that second guy.
2nd and 6. Play action. Run a little screen to the left-hand side. Completed. And the receiver out across the 30 to near the 34. Looks like he'll be about a yard shy and bring up 3rd down for the Eagles.
Kenyon Parker getting the reception for the Eagles. A nice formation. A little misdirection back to the right, and they come back to the left.
That's the kid that we were talking about earlier when we were down on the field. He and, of course, number 7, the quarterback, Fisher, look like they could be a dangerous combination. Direct snap to Fisher on the 3rd and 1. Try the left side. Second effort.
Didn't
I
make
don't
it.
think he got there either, Todd. I think he's just short. Again, with the carry, that is Graham for the Eagles. And it looks like they'll be in 4th down. Boy, nice tackling out there. Tigers' right-hand side of the defense, the offensive left-hand side for the Eagles. And it looks like we're going to have the Eagles in a punt situation.
Great defense for the Tigers. Very impressed at getting to the outside and making that one-on-one tackle out in the open field and bringing him down very quickly.
Punt unit is on for the Eagles. And it's a fake. They're going to keep it with Fisher, keeping it around the left side. He's got the first down. Didn't get it by much. And you got to know, you had to know, it's Fisher. First of all, it's Fisher back there, and second of all, he was lined up in a real short situation,
Right.
off center for somebody that's supposedly punting the football. It looked like a fake all the way. They give him 2 yards, but that's enough for the first down.
Yeah, you didn't know if it was going to be one of those quick kicks or what it was, since we've never seen these kids
Yeah, like
before.
never.
Ever.
Like never.
Yeah. I'm sure that somewhere along the way, Guymon has played Lawton Eisenhower, but
I'm not so sure. I can't remember it. You know, between the two of us, we've seen a lot of Guymon High football over the years, and I can't remember ever playing Lawton Eisenhower. Maybe.
I'm thinking back in the 70s.
Would have been before. I can't believe it. Oh, they got him on a sack as we moved on first down. They get Fisher in the backfield. Wow. Gonna drop him back at the 29.
Boy, that was a great blitz from the outside on the right-hand side of the Tigers' defense. And I'm not sure who that was. But boy, he got in there quick like.
That is a fine, fine defensive play. 2nd and 17. And now Lawton looks like they're going to spread it out. Everybody out. One running back stays in. Fisher in trouble, trying to get out of it. Turns and reverses from left to right. Looking downfield. Got an opportunity here. Heaves it from his 22. Got a man. Got a completion. In territory down near the 25-yard line. And hauling it in is Kenyon Parker. And Fisher makes that play with his feet and his arm.
Oh yeah, he was dead to rights. Gonna be sacked back at about the 15-yard line, 15, 20-yard line. But is able to wheel out and go around to the near side of the field where he had a lot of field to look, a lot of guys roaming downfield, and gets just enough on it to find his man open and brings it in just before he steps out of bounds.
48-yard gain on the play, improvising for the first down. The Eagles in Tiger territory. Little shovel pass coming from the right to the left, completed, of course, and inside the 20, down to near the 16-yard line with the small completion there for the Eagles to Markel Calcott. And it will be a pickup of 7 for the Eagles.
And the Tigers take a timeout on the field.
We'll take it with them. Step aside. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss. Thank you. We are back, and Tigers coming out of the timeout will face the Eagles having a 2nd and 3. The Eagles at the 16 in Tiger territory. Let's tell you that Apollo MedFlight wins second count. Find them at kkbs.com or the mobile app to get a membership today. Part of the sponsor list here for tonight's ball game, the Tigers on the road, hosted by the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. The Eagles 2nd and 3 from the Tigers' 16-yard line. A big play just moments ago, setting up the Eagles in great position. First quarter, 6:36 left, no score, but the Eagles threatening. Oh, movement all over the place. The Eagles going to lose 5 yards here. Fisher wants to talk about it being the Tigers, but the official right there calling the procedure against the Eagles, and they'll back up 5.
Tigers will take that break.
Yes,
every
indeed.
time.
Yes,
They
indeed.
need every yard they can here.
So brings the 2nd and 3 becomes a 2nd and 8 after the procedure call. Fisher in the pistol, single running back, looks out to his right, completed to Calcott at the 20. Calcott down to the 17, maybe inside the 17. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Tigers recovered pretty quickly there. He had a lot of space around him as the Tigers are going to give up. They're good with giving him 2 or 3 yards there. But he got an extra couple yards because he was pretty quick.
So 3rd and a long 3 for the Eagles. High snap, controlled. Nice hole for the Eagles on the right-hand side, and through it is Graham down near the 10. Should be a first down and depending on the mark, it's down to the 9, first and goal to go.
Hawkins finally brings him down, coming up from his safety position, but boy, the right side of that offensive line really opened
Giant
up.
hole, yeah. Eagles with first and goal to go from the 9. Fisher moves one of his linemen from the right-hand side of the line over to the left. 2 wideouts each way for Fisher, single running back with him. Fisher with a keeper, starts to his right a bit, kind of tries to cut it back to the center. Tigers defense it well. He stopped for a yard, maybe 2. Second and goal.
Linebackers do a good job of reading the play and coming in and filling in the gaps and bringing him down. Pretty sure that was Drew Winter coming in from the left-hand side to make that tackle.
Fisher with the yard. They look to the sideline as the Eagles, much like the Tigers, don't go into a huddle. Get the play, and we'll face second and goal from the 8-yard line. Just about 5 minutes left, first period. Zippity-doo-dah, our score here. Flag flies. Wow.
Came out before the snap,
Yep.
so it's going to be against the offense. Some sort of procedure penalty.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody flinched on that line. Offside. Offside.
Dead ball offside.
Back them up 5 yards.
Put them back at the 13. We'll play second and goal from there. Another piece of good news for the Tigers here because of the penalty situation.
Tigers defensively have had a solid game. We're early in this, but they've done a nice job so far.
Well, save for the the big play, which
the big pass.
was improvised. I mean, they
Sure.
were just making that up. The called play broke down pretty quickly. Second goal from the 13. Fisher wants to throw. Looked right, then left, back to his right, rolls right, getting pressure. Moves down to the 20, to the 15, and he'll just be finally taken down at the 10. Just buying time there, and really couldn't get a lot of real estate out of it, but the Tigers defending it well, keeping him from throwing it into the end zone.
Yeah, he shows quickness, but we haven't seen great flat-out speed from him. He's very methodical when he rolls out. If somebody's coming at him, he'll throw some moves at him.
Third and goal from the 10. 4:46 left here in this first period. We're going to load it up on that left-hand side. Single wide out to the right side. Fisher rolls left, throws left, picked off at the 2. Here comes the return out to the 7, 8-yard line. The Tigers pick off Fisher and turn the Eagles over. Purdy, I believe, Todd, with the INT.
Just a really poor decision by Fisher to even throw that pass. He's rolling around to his left, throwing across his body, and is having to throw it about 20 yards down the field, plus quite a ways to the outside. That's a long pass.
Yeah,
and
tough.
Coach Richmond told us that that is not his forte.
Not what Coach Richmond, apparently the scouting report says he's good for about 10 yards and really kind of out in front of him. And then after that, the success, efficiency drops off. First and 10 Tigers from their own 9 after the turnover. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage on a running play for Guymon. Not much else. Lawton's defense there very, very effectively. Drew Winter with the carry for no gain.
It's a slow developing play, and that slow development time allows that defense to get into the backfield. The Tigers need to maybe rethink that. If they're going to go in that A gap like that, they really need to maybe try the quick openers.
Second and 10 Tigers from their own 9-yard line. Santos, 3 receivers left, wants to throw left, look that way, now pulls it down. He's in deep trouble and he'll be dropped for a loss of a couple. And you got to give credit to that Ike defense. The defenses tonight so far, Todd, are dominating the ball game.
Yeah, the Eagles defense did a great job here. Good coverage downfield. Santos couldn't find a man open, and he did the smart thing, just tuck it in and get what you can back.
They're going to give him progress to the 8, so it's only a loss of 1. Third and 11, Tigers from their own 8-yard line. Need to find a little magic here. 1 receiver right, 3 to the left, 1 running back. Santos looked right now, goes left. This is what he likes to do. Gives it out to Ochoa, the intended receiver at the 30. It's incomplete. They like to get Jovan in those one-on-ones, load up the one side, and then put Jovan on the other side, and just dare you to defend him with a single guy.
Sure, and usually that works out well for the Tigers because Jovan is a big, strong dude, and he can go get balls. And he was right there. He just didn't time his jump exactly right. Eisenhower will bring it down and forces the Tigers into a punting situation from their own end zone.
4th down, and from the 8, the Tigers will punt. 3:24 left first period, no score between Lawton Eisenhower and the Guymon Tigers. Punt formation on for the Tigers. Lawton ought to come out of this, Todd, in great field position. Snap is back, and punt is on the way. Low, line drive, takes a good Guymon bounce. Now picked up at the 50. Here comes the return. Flag flies. Broken tackles to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, 25, 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. But hold on. A flag early in the play. We'll see what that's all about.
Mookie Douglas with a return for the Eagles.
Some nice moves there. Broke a couple of tackles at about the 45, and then
I thought we had him down.
yeah. We'll see what the officials say the call is. I just missed the call. It's against Lawton.
It's holding against Lawton. So that will bring that touchdown back. Take those points off the board.
And if the flag is accurate, that'll mark it off from the Tiger 44 back to the Lawton 46-ish. We'll see if that is the situation. Yep, it'll be down about the 46 in Lawton territory. Yep. Well, that turned out better than we really had any right to expect.
We have no reason to think that Lawton would be starting this possession from their side of the field.
Yeah, and then we get to, take 6 points off the board because
that's even better.
Yep. 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 46-yard line.
Tigers just have to continue to keep the plays in front of them. Don't give up any big plays over the top. And don't let your man get away from you and get any sort of big gain here.
Well, the other thing is you've got to stop Fisher from extending plays. That's also been problematic even here in the early going.
I think most defenses are going to have problems with that.
Yeah, we got a timeout taken by, I think, the official taking the timeout. That's unusual. We'll step aside, back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. Can't ask for more than that,
Can't ask more. Well, and a great football
and a great football game. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left first period. No score between Guymon and Lawton Ike. PTCI extending their hot summer double your data, double your phone deal until October 31st on select smartphones. Buy one phone, get a second free, and also get a 2, 5, 10, or 15 gig data plan, and PTCI will double that data for the same increasable low price. PTCI, one of your sponsors for tonight's ball game, hosting the Guymon Tigers against the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. Ike with a 1st and 10 from their own 46. Big hole right side. Tigers close it up, and close it up quickly, but still about a 5-yard pop on that right side for the Eagles. Graham with the carry.
A great job. I believe that was Ismael Herrera filling in and doing a great job of filling that gap and bringing him down after a short game.
Yeah, give him only 3. Yeah, I thought he got more than that, but they get him for 3. So 2nd and 7. Going to spread wideouts, 2 left, 2 right, single running back with Fisher in the backfield off his left hip on the 2nd and 7. Eagles with the ball at their own 49-yard line. Man in motion from left to right. Second man in motion. You can't. I don't know a lot about football, but I believe you can't have 2 people in motion in the backfield at the same time.
And it helps when your right tackle comes out of his stance.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. I think that's actually what the flag was for. And let me take a moment to correct myself. That was Matthew Mallard. Who came in and made that tackle back before. Some of these kids had the same number, and I didn't pay attention.
I think the officials had a discussion because I think it was a double foul, Todd. And it's procedure, 5 yards.
Oh, yeah.
We'll play 2nd down again.
He clearly came up.
So move it back to the 44 and play 2nd down now, 2nd and 12. The Eagles are their own worst enemy in some ways tonight. Fisher, little screen to the left-hand side. It's complete. This is Tucker across the 45 out near the 49. And that's Mookie Douglas with the catch. Mookie Douglas with the catch for the Eagles. And it will get 6 and move the ball back to the 49. Call it a gain, rather a 5 and 3rd down.
I was a little concerned. They had one man out there blocking for the Eagles, and we only had one guy out there, and I was a little concerned, but the safeties get out there quickly and bring him down after the short game.
So 3rd and 7 Eagles from their own 49-yard line. A minute 40 seconds left in the first period. Neither team on the scoreboard as yet. Fisher, direct snap. Little screen to the left-hand side, complete, turns it up to the 45 in Guymon territory, to the 40. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And with the reception, that is John L. Hagan for the Eagles.
It's just a play that takes forever to happen, and it works out real well for the Eagles there as they have him out in the right flat, bringing him back towards the middle of the field and find some open space.
Pick up a 13 to the Guymon 38. Counter play from left to right, moving across the 35 down to the 33. It's a pickup of 5 for the Eagles on the ground. Again, with the carry for them there, kind of their workhorse from the backfield is Kenneth Graham. 2nd and 5.
Huckins in on the stop defensively for the Tigers.
Whistle blows, flag flies. Again, this was almost certainly against Lawton as somebody's lining up offside. Eagles already walking back up the field. Offside against the Eagles. I don't know, Todd, if you have got a chance yet to look at any of the statistics.
Tried, but it's not syncing up as of yet, so
I need to make sure that
I mean, it's there, but it's just not pulling up, so we'll work on that here momentarily.
2nd down and 11, handoff, Graham, right side, breaks a tackle, spins, nearly broke it at the very, very end. Tigers hang on to trip him up, but he might have gotten enough, did get enough for a first down as he's down to the Tiger. Call it the 27-yard line.
Graham may be the most athletic kid out there, and that's really something when you got Fisher at quarterback, who's a stud. Real good balance, speed, and determination.
1st and 10 Eagles from the Tiger 27-yard line. Direct snap to Fisher. Throws left, got a man in ISO, completed out there. One Tiger defending, pulls him down, but he's got another first down near the 15-yard line with the catch. That's Kenyon Parker for the Eagles, and they're on the move here, Todd.
The Tigers really were playing soft coverage out on their right-hand side. I mean, really soft coverage. And that was a pretty easy pitch and catch for Mr. Fisher.
12-yard pickup on the completion, and the Eagles are threatening. Fisher throws to his right, completed, and then the man drops to his knee, slipped, and the play blown dead at the 11. It's a pickup of 3 or 4, but that's they thought they were going to get a lot more out of it.
Hagan was out there once again out on his own, had a lot of space around him, but couldn't make his right foot plant into this artificial turf. It's a little aged, this turf is.
Like fine wine. Like tasty gummy bears. I don't think that's what they did. Timeout taken. Teams head to the sideline. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. All right, we're back in Lawton, Oklahoma, where the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles hosting the Guymon Tigers with the end of 1 quarter. No score, but the Eagles are threatening. As we start the second period, they have a 2nd down situation and about 7-ish to go. 6, give them 2nd and 6. And the ball setting at the 12-yard line. 2nd down for the Eagles. Call it the 11, 2nd and 6. Direct snap, Fisher's going to keep it, got a little bit of a seam, cuts inside to the 5, touchdown, Fisher goes in from 11 yards out.
Real easy play there for Fisher as the left-hand side just absolutely collapsed. And the Tigers defensively, they were loaded up on their left, should have been on their right. Fisher's able to follow his guys right in for the touchdown.
Well, that's the thing we expected to see a lot of tonight, Todd. Oh, sneaky 2-point conversion attempt, passes to the end zone. Did he get it? The official in the back says no, incomplete. The extra point attempt, no good.
That kid bounced off the ground. It's set up in a crazy formation. Everybody, all the linemen back to the left.
We'll take a break. After this, we'll have more. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss. All right, we're back, and the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles have taken the lead. First play of the second quarter, an 11-yard run from their quarterback, R.J. Fisher. Missed the extra point attempt, a 2-point attempt, and it is 6-zip Ike on top of the Tigers. As we went to break, Todd, one of the things I was talking about was we expected to see a lot more running from Fisher, and he's been flinging the ball tonight. Lots of passing, not as much keeping from Fisher as we thought we'd see.
Here and see, he's run the ball 10 times, completed 8 of those.
Man.
You're right. 146 yards total offense for Ike, 13 for the Tigers.
Short kick from the Eagles.
We lost it.
Tigers, 1st and 10 after a short kick. The Tigers with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Early going second quarter, Tigers handoff. They'll try the left side Eagles defense that, really in the backfield almost before the snap of the football.
Into the backfield was a gentleman that is not on our roster.
There you go.
Homer Simpson makes his first appearance of the season.
First 2016 appearance. So a loss of 3, back to the 21. And 2nd and 13. Little double fake, double move, and man, Lawton all over that. I'll tell you what, Lawton now defensively on the line is dominating the Tiger O-line, as this time Winter with the carry is going to lose back to the 17. It's a loss of another 4. And the Tigers, 3rd and very long.
Willie Nelson in on the stop for the Eagles.
I beg your pardon?
Willie Nelson.
For real?
Senior, 6'1", 282.
So you're talking that's his real name?
Well, that's his name on the roster.
Okay. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Pitch, a big hit. Spinning out of it, staying on his feet, and out to the 15.
And he lost the ball, and Eisenhower runs into the end zone if they hadn't blown the play dead.
Yeah, I think they blew the play dead. I'll tell you what, was a brutal hit in the backfield at the very beginning of that play. And they're going to say down at the 15 for a loss of 2. So the Tigers run 3 plays, lose 3, 4, and then 2. And it winds up back at the 15. The Tigers in 4th down and a long way. They've got to get it out to the 34. So 4th and 19, Tigers will punt. Eagles defense dominating that 3 and out.
Oh, that was a huge series for the Eagles defense.
Punts in the air from the Tigers. Line drive, bounces, takes a Tiger bounce. Here comes the return as he pulls it down and heads from right to left. Gets a block at the 45 to the 50. And then into Tiger territory, staying on his feet. I'll tell you what, a lot of power there from the return man. And once again, that is Mookie Douglas. And Douglas going to finally be taken down at about the 36-yard line. What a nice return.
Yeah, if I've been impressed by anything here tonight, it's been the special teams play by Lawton Eisenhower. They have had coverage down the field. They make blocks, they're putting big hits, they're opening up holes. And after they get a hit, they're pounding on it. I've been very impressed with Lawton Eisenhower so far, especially on their special teams.
1st down and 10, Eisenhower from the Tiger 36-yard line. Fisher, option right, he'll keep it, turns it up, is inside the 35, down to the 34. Tigers defense it well. 2nd down, 9:24 left first period. Lawton's Eisenhower team, the Eagles leading 6-zip over the Guymon Tigers. Well, the phones are blowing up all of a sudden.
Yes, they're having trouble hearing you, apparently.
Oh, really? Well, we'll try that. Okay. Handoff left side. And nicely defense there for the Tigers. He'll get down to near the 31. It'll be a pickup of 2 or 3. That is with the carry there for the Eagles is Kenneth Graham. And Graham down to the 30. Pickup of 4. And it'll be third down. 3rd and 4. Delayed handoff. Graham starts left, cuts right. Very close to the first down yardage as he's down at the 26. The mark looks favorable. I believe he's got it. Hello? Are you there?
I'm here. I'm trying to answer a bus's message.
Ah! Nice.
Yeah. When she calls, you answer.
I'm telling you what, we're snake bit tonight, aren't
We are. We are really having, we feel fortunate that we're even on the air right now.
1st and 10, Eisenhower from the 26-yard line in Tiger territory. 8:19 left, second period. 6-zip the score. Fake. Fisher will keep it himself. Goes to the left, breaks a tackle inside the 15. That's the Fisher I thought we were going to see tonight as he goes for a dozen or so. Okay.
Sorry.
Pickup of, let's call it 12, down to the 14. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Direct snap to Fisher. Gives it to Graham. He'll try the left side. Down to the 10. Then that'll be, the Tigers will drive him back, but he'll still get the better part of 4 yards.
And he's just such a strong runner and so hard to find. He's not a big guy out there. Let's see, how tall is he? He's 5'9", 188, but he's strong.
2nd down and 6. Ball at the 10. Eagles threatening. High snap controlled by Fisher. Hand a big hole up the middle. And down inside the 5 goes Graham. Down to the 3. Man, big hole there. Right up the middle.
Yeah, he goes in the A gap on the right-hand side of the center, and he's up there quickly into the backfield as the Tigers take their second time out here in the first half, try to catch their wind.
We'll take a break as well. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football and KKDS, the boss. Welcome back. It is 6-zip at Lawton Eisenhower. 1st and goal to go, threatening. 7:29 left before halftime, and Eisenhower up 6-zip, trying to add to it. Tigers defense with their backs against the wall. This second quarter has been considerably different than quarter number 1. 1st and goal. Eisenhower from the Tiger 3. Fisher awaiting the direct snap. A little high control, handoff, left side, not going to get into the end zone. I believe that's Graham again with the carry. He'll be stopped just inside the 1. 2nd and goal to go.
Much better defense that time by the Tigers and really sealing things up as Lawton gets back up very quickly.
2nd and goal. Fisher looks to the sideline, goes up under center. Expect the sneak, tries the sneak, goes in standing up. 2nd and 3rd effort gives Fisher the touchdown from a yard out.
You know, they could have just blown the play dead because he was just standing there. He wasn't going anywhere as the Tigers really built up a nice big wall. But nobody wraps him up. He's just standing there and finds a crease on the right-hand side and steps in and waves the ball around. Looky what I got. I got myself a touchdown.
Oh, sucky. That's the dance I do. Sort of like the cha-cha-cha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I see your cha-cha?
No, you can't.
Well, I would like to see it some point.
Nobody's gonna understand what you're talking about.
No, it's just a personal thing. I want to see your cha-cha-cha.
Extra point attempt and blown dead for a moment. Hold on.
Do we get official review?
Yeah.
Did he really get a touchdown? Can we look at that again?
If Matt can work that out for you. All right, we're ready to try the extra point attempt after the delay. Lawton looking, at least for the moment, like the convention of kicking extra point attempt.
Oops.
Tigers jump. Did they jump and get called for it is the question.
Or were they drawn? This would be the first penalty, I believe, of the night against the Tigers. I have to double check
I
that.
think it's going to go against Guymon.
Yeah, pretty sure. Not a big deal on this play.
Half the distance. I'd be tempted if I were coach from the Eisenhower side to go for the deuce here.
Yep, he agrees. He's
Gonna swap personnel, isn't he?
Coach Burris is going to bring some different guys out there.
Yeah, you get that, you can move it from the 3 to the yard line, a yard and a half, whatever. Yeah, that makes it a much more appealing opportunity to. You got lots of options to go for 2 points.
Especially since you missed your extra point on the first touchdown.
Right. So,
they will go for 2.
Eagles on, looking like they'll go for 2. Fisher awaiting the direct snap to him. They'll try running him to the left, and he easily walks in for the 2-point conversion. Eisenhower leads 14-0. 6:59 left before halftime. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on KBS The Boss. Thank you. 6:59 left. We're ready for the kickoff after the Eisenhower touchdown. They lead here 14-0. Here comes the kick. Tigers need to get some offense. Short kick. Here comes the return from the 24. Stutter step, and Eisenhower covers it well. It's a short kick, but they covered it extremely well. Tigers only get about a 2-3 yard return and have 1st and 10 from the 27.
Eisenhower with 182 yards of offense so far in the ball game, 84 yards passing, 98 yards rushing. The Tigers 4 yards. No passing yards, 4 yards rushing, and down 14.
Wow.
Yeah, Tigers need to find some offense because it's really hard on a defense when they're out there
play
a heck of a lot
play
of
a
time.
short field and have to play a lot of time. It does make it difficult, doesn't it?
Let's see what the playing time. Yeah, 9 minutes compared to 5 minutes so far.
Tigers offense on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Down 2 scores here halfway through the second period. Santos awaiting the snap. It's back. Little counter play. Had a seam for a moment, but Lawton closes it quickly. Going to lose a yard. I think it's Winter with the carry once again. The Tigers just not having any success in the last couple of possessions of running the football. Second down and call it 11. Clock on the move. 6:27 left here in the second period. Tigers taking their time. Not in a hurry, but taking their time. They put 3 wideouts left, a single man to the right, and Santos wants to throw left. Got a completion down at the 31. Pickup is positive, but not enough for the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and relatively low.
But they got some positive yards, and at this point, this Tiger team has got to feel good about that. They blocked it up well, as well designed and executed play, and they get something positive out of it.
Pickup of 6, 3rd and 5, the call from the 32 yard line. Santos pulls it down, saw a little seam, and then Lawton closes. I'll tell you what, because the ball's out. Yeah, let's see who's recovered it. Spinning Santos around near the 30. And they say the Tigers have retained possession on a loss of 2, but it brings up 4th down.
Looked like Santos had a little seam up through there, but as he's spinning around, the ball is stripped out, and it's left back behind him.
Tigers will punt on 4th down. Lawton has had very good special teams play. Singletary talked about that earlier here in the quarter. Snap is back on the punt. Here's the punt. Bounces at the 40, 35, down to the 30, and Lawton will just let it roll. Tigers will down it at the Eagle 26. Fixed Dental, creating smiles and impacting lives, and Cosmetic Dental, one of your sponsors tonight here on KKBS for Tigers football. Tiger offense, we said it, they had to get something going. Didn't get anything going. It's another 3 and out. And that defense has got to come back on.
Yeah, they've got 5 minutes or so left on the clock, and they're going to have to stand tall here. They cannot go down 3 scores. If you're only down 2, that's something you can work with. You can make your adjustments at halftime, and I know there will be some adjustments because Lawton's come out and done some things that I don't think Coach Richmond, at least things that he was sharing with us, I don't think it's quite what he expected. So he can make those adjustments and get back after him here in the second half. They got to take care of business here. 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
14-0. Eisenhower with the 1st and 10. Fisher played fake, and then he'll pull it down and run to the left side, to the 30, 35, to the 40, up the near sideline, and trying to stutter step. They blow the play dead as he goes out of bounds at the Tiger 45.
I thought he was doing a really nice tightrope there. That was really close. He just barely stepped out if he did. The Tiger's lunging at his feet rather than just going after, as we have holding against Lawton on the play. So that'll back him up.
Flag is down on the field at the 38. So they'll mark it off from there. So it's a net gain of 2. And then the penalty. Net gain of 2 makes it 1st and 8. Holding. One of the weirdest penalties in the game.
It is. He gets 12 yards, but he loses 10 on the holding.
So that'll move the ball from the 26 to the 28 and they'll play 1st and 8. Strangeness. Direct snap to Fisher on the 1st and 8. Looks left, now right, now sprints right, finally throws, has a man, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at the 39. I'll tell you what, he's got to be shaking his head. That was Kenyon Parker, could not haul it in his 2nd down.
And he's shown some nice hands here tonight, but not on that one.
2nd and 8, Eagles. Savor something different every day, just ask for the restaurants, sponsors tonight. Bringing you this live broadcast from Lawton, Oklahoma. 2nd and 8, Eagles from their own 28-yard line. R.J. Fisher, the quarterback. Direct snap to him. Wants to throw. Throws left. Timing. Trying to get it to Parker. Hauls it in. Great. You know, you couldn't really defend it a lot better, but Parker just knew how to turn his body and hauls it in. Immediately tackled in the Tiger 43-yard line.
Huckins back in coverage, and you're right, Mike. Huckins had great coverage on him. It was just a perfect throw on the back shoulder, and he's able to go up and bring that ball in and get his body down inside the field.
29-yard pitch and catch. Eisenhower 1st and 10 from the Tiger 43. Fisher wants to throw again on 1st down. Across the middle, got a man, got a completion, got a touchdown! 43 yards on the throw. And there with the touch was John L. Pagan.
Just tremendous protection up front for Parker. And he had all kinds of time to just sit back there and wait for his man to break open, for Fisher. And Fisher just sits back there and heaves it down the field. His man gets behind the coverage and waltzes in for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt of one of those formations where they put everybody to the side. Now they'll pitch it back, and they've got a 2-point conversion yet again. As this time in the weird formation, it's successful for 2. As Kenneth Graham goes in. So that makes the score as we go to break 22-zip. Lawton up by 3 scores. We'll step aside, back with more after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. We're back and awaiting the kickoff from Lawton. Let's tell you that KKBS salutes and recognizes the Panhandle Services for Children, because they do so much for kids. Please join us at their open house frat party next Friday, September 23rd. That was today. I guess I'm reading it because I shouldn't necessarily be reading it. That's in the books. Pass, or rather the kick, coming to the left-hand side and goes out of bounds. It'll be a penalty. The Tigers will get the ball at their own 35. Oh, yeah, there you go.
We'll happily accept that. Be nice to start a drive with some sort of field position there.
Yeah. Now if you could just string together a couple of 1st downs, just get the offense a little bit of confidence.
Right. They need that because they have really struggled. They showed some signs early in the ball game, but since that point, Lawton Ike has flat out come out to play here in the 2nd quarter defensively.
1st and 10 Tigers from their own 35, down 3 scores, 4:34 left 1st period. Direct snap, in trouble. Santos going to be sacked back at about the 32. I mean, I'll tell you what, the D-line from the Eagles is just dominating the ball game.
Yeah, they're firing off the ball. They're getting into the backfield. They're disrupting passing plays, running plays, whatever the Tigers are trying to do. The offensive line is just absolutely getting pushed back immediately.
Loss of 7 on the sack. 2nd and 17. Tigers at their own 28. Santos awaiting the direct snap. 3 wideouts left. He'll sprint that direction. Throws, blocked, out of the air. Incomplete. Seems to be a struggle for the ball, but I think it's clearly an incomplete pass.
Yes. It's a play that the Tigers tried on their last drive as they swing everybody out to the left and look for a man cutting underneath. But Lawton's seen the play and they make the adjustment and they bat it down.
Tigers with 3rd and long, 3rd and 17. Santos gets the signal from the sideline and comes back. Lines up in the gun. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. Single running back on the 3rd and long. Wants to throw left. Now moves to his right. Man down, man down. Santos pulls it down himself. He comes to this far sideline. Goes out of bounds at the 31-32 into a whole slew of blue shirts. And then gets a nice pat on the back from the Lawton coaching staff as he now heads to the other sideline as we're headed to a certain punting situation. Santos, forward progress to the 34. It's a pickup of 6, but 4th down Tigers. Tigers in the punting situation yet again. Lawton was a man short, running onto the field. Kicks away into the hands of the receiver from the 23. 30, 35, 40, breaks 2 tackles, coming back to the near side, 45 to the 50, and down. Tigers have stolen the ball away. Here comes a fumble return. If the play stands, Tigers down inside the 30, down to the 25, stripped it out of there.
Great play.
That's Santos. No.
I thought it was too at
Yep,
first.
I did too at first as well. Trying to pick out which Tiger
I
it
think
could
that's
be.
Austin Luzano.
It could. Well, are you thinking it's 16?
That's what I was.
See, I think it might be 18,
Okay.
which would be Coakley.
That would make sense too.
Either one, right?
Yeah. Regardless, Tigers have the
Tigers
ball.
have turned them over on the kickoff return, and they have 1st and 10. How do you even score that? Tigers have 1st and 10 at the Lawton 25. That's crazy.
That would be a fumble.
It would be a
Lost.
fumble on the return. Tigers 1st and 10 from the 25 in Lawton territory. This is their best opportunity of the night. Get the slot man in motion. Flag flies.
There would be some sort of procedure. Tigers think it's against Lawton.
Yeah. Well, one of the Tigers thinks it's against Lawton, that's for sure.
Sure, he speaks well.
Does he now? Here it is. Offside Lawton. Well, what do you know? Tiger was right.
See?
1st and 5.
Don't discount my boys out there. Tigers have only had 1 penalty here in the ballgame, and it was for an entire year.
So the Tigers 1st and 5. Here's where you throw the ball. From the 20. Slot goes in motion from right to left. We'll pitch it and try to come to the left. That's cut off. Cuts it back inside. The Tigers are going to lose 4, maybe 5.
The first downs, for sure, Lawton is really firing off the ball. By 3rd down, they're in a little different aggression mode, but boy, on 1st down, they are coming after it.
Loss of 4. So 2nd and 9. The penalty yardage essentially goes away. 2:45 left in the half. Tigers trailing 22-zip. Awaiting the snap. Long count from Santos. Counter play. Left-hand side. Back to the 20. Maybe to the 19. Tigers will have 3rd and 4.
That's a nice run there by the Tigers as they have 2 backs in the backfield striding next to Santos in the shotgun position. One peels off, goes to the right. The other takes the ball, goes back to the left. He's able to get about 6 yards on the carry.
Down to the 19. 3rd down and 4. Timeout taken on the field by the Eagles. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Voice. 2:09 left in the half, and Lawton Eisenhower with the 22-zip lead over the Tigers. Tigers 3rd and 4 with the ball at the Ike 19. Big down.
Huge down. Obviously, they're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here. Look for the Tigers to look for that swing pass underneath, I think, again this time. Be a nice play.
Couple of backs with Santos in the backfield. 2 receivers right, or really left and 1 right. Going to throw it left, and I don't know. I think that was to Ochoa, but I don't know that Jovan ever got his head around. Incomplete.
Yeah, 2 Tigers in the vicinity. You had one that was sliding about 10 yards down the field towards the outside. Then you had Jovan on the outside, and he did not turn around. He kind of landed in between the 2 of them.
So incomplete, we get a 4th down, and we're going to see a field goal. Well, what purports to be a field goal attempt. Hawkins is holding Medina to kick for what would be a 36-yarder if it goes. Low snap, kicks away, got the distance, and it's good. I believe it's good.
No.
They say it's wide left.
No good?
Wow.
So no good on the field goal. The Tigers are still shut out 22-0.
That's a bit of a surprise. It looked like it was going to be right on the money, but it's not. Kind of peels it off to the left, and allowing a little too much for the wind cutting across. We haven't mentioned it, but this field is kind of down in a hole.
It is. It's not a complete enclosed stadium because the north end is open, but it's a 3/4 closed-in horseshoe essentially.
Sure.
And the wind, it's a field that goes. It's an east-west running field, and of course our wind is coming out of the south this evening. So I suspect down on the surface, there it's more of a swirl, if anything. That's just a guess. Lawton goes on offense after the field goal not connecting for the Tigers from their own 20 with 2:01 left in the ball game, left in the first half, I should say, leading 22-zip. Option play, right side pitch to the trailing back. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 20, with the carry once again for the Eagles is Kenneth Graham, no gain.
Tigers defense that very nicely. They string it out, and they have 2 guys out there waiting for for Graham as he gets the pitch and bring him down immediately.
So 2nd and 10. Direct snap. Eagles going to hand it off. Graham with running room on the left side breaks a tackle to the 25. Gets the first down at the 30 and will be spun out of bounds here on the near side. But a big gain to the 34, pick up the 14.
First down in.
Cesar Guerrera in on the stop for the Tigers defensively, finally getting to him. But Graham is just so elusive out there. He had a big hole and is able to make some moves and get him some extra yards on that run.
1st and 10, Eagles. 2 wideouts right, single running back with Fisher. High snap, Fisher controls it, hands it off. Graham going to the right side. Tigers track him down from the backside. No gain, maybe a loss of a yard. Flag on the play.
Highly athletic play there by the Tigers defensively. Coming in from the backside and bringing him down with authority.
It's a loss of a couple, but a hold means we'll play first down again.
I think they'll take that penalty. He lost a couple on the play. Yep, they're going to take it.
And make these
It would give me pause.
Make these guys go as far as you can make them go.
Sure, but time is becoming an issue here as we're creeping up. Well, actually, we're almost down to a minute.
Yep, buck 18 left in the half. So first down for the Eagles, mark it back at the 22 after the holding penalty. They've got to go out to the 43, so 1st and 21. Fisher wanted to throw, now has to pull it down. Pressure. Fisher comes to the near sideline to the 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds on the near side to the 36. So Fisher, again, makes something out of nothing.
Mallard in on the end of that play to push him out of bounds. Stops the clock. It makes 2nd down a lot more manageable.
Sure, he gets 14 out of that, 2nd and 8. with the ball at the 36 in Lawton territory. Long count from Fisher. Man buried. Try to get to him. Fisher coming to his right. Extends the play. Heaves the ball out there. Complete. In Guymon territory. Here comes Shakin' and Bacon. Inside the 40. 35, 30, 25. And one Tiger hanging on for dear life. Stops him at the 16-yard line. I'll tell you what. That is Mookie Douglas and hokey smokes.
Mallard finally just grabs a hold of Jersey and holds on for dear life. He's able to bring him down from behind. But he was wide open. The Tigers secondary just completely broke down there, as there was a lot of time with Fisher back there as the Tigers take their last time out.
40 seconds left in the half. We'll step aside as well. Back in 30, you're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss.
A lot of time.
40 seconds left in the half, and Guymon trailing 22-0. Eisenhower on top and threatening. With 40 seconds left, they've got 17 yards between them and the end zone. 1st and 10, Eisenhower from the Tigers 17. Fisher in the gun, single running back. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side for the Eagles on 1st and 10. Play action thrown across the middle, broken up nicely by the Tigers, and it goes incomplete. Nice play defensively there in the secondary.
Absolutely. They were right on their man, and the safety came over to add a little help. And they got in between their man and the ball and knock it away.
3 seconds run off on that play. Okay.
Well,
I mean, it was a
fairly
fast
quick.
play.
Yeah, but
3 seconds?
3 seconds.
Really?
That's fast.
2 slots, no running backs. Everybody's going to be out for this one. Fisher may be able to improvise. Pulls it down. Now going to skip out to his right. Heaves it into the end zone. Incomplete. Defensively, again, the Tigers very good. Man on an island.
Yeah, I mean, he was naked and afraid out there, and just does a great job of staying with his man and extending just as the ball gets there. He had his head on a swivel and was able to knock that ball down again.
So the clock stops on the incomplete pass with 30 seconds left. 3rd down and 10 for Ike. Still the ball at the Tigers 17. I tell you what, the Tigers secondary played really well this last couple of plays. Fisher for the Eagles. Whistle blows, flag flies. Here on the near side.
Got to be against the
Yeah,
offense.
it's got to be. I think Kenyon Parker wanted to take off because he was yelling at Fisher about the snap count. I think he was somebody was off.
Quarterback's never wrong.
Yeah, it's hard. You'd think that would be true, right?
No, but
Well,
you got to wait. You got to wait till the ball snaps.
So 3rd down now and 15. Mark it back at the 22 after the procedure call. Eisenhower, man in motion. Oh, and Dan, they've got Fisher. Couldn't bring him down. Escapes. Going to heave it out to the left side. Complete. And out of bounds here on the near side at the 8-yard. No, they say it's just outside the 10. Tigers get a really favorable mark there. It's a pickup of a dozen, but brings up 4th down.
4th down and new personnel coming onto the field. I wouldn't expect them to. They're going to set up for a field goal here, but I wouldn't believe it. Not for a second. They've had some trickery here tonight.
This will be I don't know where they're going to set it up.
Yeah.
Decide
Wait a
where you
minute.
put the tee.
Let's get it a little bit closer.
27-yard attempt from the near hash. Eagles snap is back. Kick is on the way. And it looks good. 18 seconds left and a 27-yard field goal for the Eagles. We'll step aside back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss. 18 seconds left before halftime. Lawton with the 27-yard field goal, and they have a 25-zip lead. And the kickoff coming here in just a moment. Tigers back to receive. Eagles on the kicks tonight, on the kickoffs anyway, have kicked short and then counted on good coverage to keep the Tigers from getting the return. This is again a short kick taken at the 23. The Tigers will move it from left to right. Tries to get a seed, does, to the 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds on the far side. Nice return as the Tigers make the Eagles pay for the short kick here. And we'll set up in Eagle territory, but only 10 seconds to work with.
Only 10 seconds, and the Tigers have only had 4 yards of offense here in the first half. The Eagles, hold on to your hat, 353 yards of offense here in the first half. That's a telltale sign, but if we can get 44 here, 43 yards here, a couple plays,
Get a little mo going in.
Absolutely. Got to have something positive to work on at halftime.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Eagle 43. Got a chance to get maybe a couple of plays off. 10 seconds left. Clock going as the snap happens. Santos going to throw deep down the right-hand side. Nicely thrown ball. Flags all over the place. Easily an interference call. That's just an easy call.
Sure. And why wouldn't you do that? Why give your guy a chance? Because he got beat. So just take the yardage, and Tigers only have 4 seconds. Only cost them 15 yards.
Yeah, that's really kind of it's really a smart thing.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly what he should have done. Not like in the pros where it's a spot
be at
foul.
the mark, right?
Right. 15 yards, and you go on. But it'll help. It'll certainly make this last play of the first half a little more manageable.
Knocks it down to the 28, so the Tigers have at least a play. And of course, the defensive penalty here, you don't really want the interference call here.
Not here. You're not going to do that here.
1st and 10 Tigers after the penalty at the Ike 28-yard line. Tigers got more yardage easily from penalty yardage out of Lawton tonight than they've had on offense. Santos throws left. Trying to find Ochoa over on the left-hand side. Interference call. We're going to get an extra play out of the half.
An untimed play.
That should put it down around the 13-ish after they mark this off.
Pretty serious hand checking going along the far side of the field. Far side for us. If you're watching this on PTCI, it's
It'll
going to
be
be
the
on
opposite,
the near
right,
side.
because the camera for PTCI all the way across the field shooting it. That's way better.
Nick,
Maybe folks can see us.
hello.
I don't think they can see us.
Probably not. And that's fine.
That's right.
There's a reason we're on the radio.
That's exactly right. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Were you thinking the same
Could
thing?
be. I'm going to set it up at the 14, half the distance on the penalty. So 1st and, doesn't really matter, 1st down, it's an untimed down, is a defensive penalty means we can't end the half.
Going to try a field
Going
goal.
to try a field goal. Medina with another opportunity. This is about a 32-yarder. Snap is back, hold is down by Huckins, got the distance. I think he's wide left again.
Yep.
Field goal's no good, and the score at halftime remains Eisenhower 25, Tigers nothing. We'll step aside we'll be back with the halftime show after this. You're listening to KKBS, The Boss. Eisenhower to kick off to start the second half. The Tigers will receive, and we're moments away as both teams are making their way onto the field. Guymon has a 25-point hole to crawl out of.
And it all starts right here.
Yep.
Get a nice big return and put them back on their heels and find some offense, and we'll be ready to roll.
Yeah, well, the Tigers have had some fairly good special team play on kickoff returns this season, so that, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
No. This is where it happens. The momentum gets a new address.
Kickoff about to happen. The officials say take it off, and here we go. Kicks away, and here comes the return from the 17. From the near side to the far side, got a little seam across the 25, out to the 30. A 13-yard return, setting up at the 30-yard line. First and 10, the Tigers will go on offense.
Jacob Santos will bring his crew out, and after the halftime adjustments, we'll see what Coach Richmond and his staff were able to come up with. Try to find some way to protect his backfield here in the second half, because boy, in the second quarter it was a struggle.
Tigers will set up with two running backs with Santos. They'll throw after the play action, complete out to the right-hand side, spun around and down from the 35 to the 37. Tigers get positive yardage. I believe that's Purdy with the catch out there, and it'll be second down in short. After the pass completion, move the ball out to the 37-yard line. Second and a long 3 for the Tigers. Quick snap. Santos hands off left side. Running backs out to the 39. Not a lot of running room there. Third and very short. That's Winter, I believe, with the carry.
It appears that the Tigers have gone away from that zone read, and they're going with the quick openers, and that was something that I felt like early in the ball game that they could have some success with.
Third and a yard. Low snap. Santos digs it out, gets a pass away just as he's getting hit with his short, largely because Santos was under intense pressure. The intended receiver was Ochoa out on the right side near midfield, but it falls incomplete. The Tigers 4th and a yard.
Because of the low snap that threw off the timing of the play, Coach Richmond thinks about it a while, but finally decides to bring out his punting team.
4th and a yard from the 39 in their own territory. And the Tigers show punt formation. Snap is back low, one hopper, gets the punt away, line drive, bounces at the 35, takes a Guymon roll, and will be down at the 30 in Ike territory. That's one way to keep a kid from returning the ball.
Sure.
So Lawton will take over. Guymon goes 3 and out on their first possession.
Not exactly what the Tigers were looking for, but they were at least able to get some positive yards. They basically doubled what they were able to get in the first half, all in that short little 3-play drive.
Pub on the Bricks, a great place to watch college or pro football all season long with a new menu and favorite taste, a full bar, family friendly, and keeping it simple. Pub on the Bricks in the Old Allen building at Guymon and at the Fountain in Liberal. First and 10 for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. Call it their own 31-yard line after the punt from the Tigers. Now the defense, which really got a workout in that second quarter, back on the field for the Tigers. I'm sure they were glad to get the breather at halftime.
You know they were, because they spent a ton of time out on the field, especially in that second quarter.
Eisenhower, first and 10 from their own 31. Stack receivers, 2 left and right, single running back. The running back gets the handoff, and he'll be bottled up, dropped shy of the line of scrimmage. Tiger D, good that they got the rest, because they blow that play up, 2nd and 11.
Got a strong push all around, really. It wouldn't have mattered if the running back had gone to the left or the right. They were in the backfield ready to make the play and bring Graham down for the loss.
Loss of a yard, back to the 30, 2nd and 11. Quickly to the line come the Eagles. Man in motion, flag coming out from that far side. That has happened time and time again. Same official, eyeballing the line of scrimmage, has thrown that flag, I bet you, 4 times tonight.
At least. I think that may be 5 times. It is offsides, lining up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty moves it back to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 16. Now the Tiger D has got an opportunity here. They forced Lawton into the Eisenhower Eagles into a hole. 2nd and long. Snap is back. Handoff Fisher to Graham, right up the gut. Graham gets back to the 30, 31. They'll get in forward progress to the 32, brings up 3rd down. He's quick.
He is so quick. It wasn't a big hole, but it was enough. And he squeezes through and gets to the 2nd level very, very fast.
3rd and a long 8, maybe 9. Call it 3rd and 9 for Eisenhower. Direct snap to Fisher. Big rush. They're going to run a screen. It's complete at the 30. 35. Come back to the near side at the 40. This is Graham. He's got the first down, and he'll be rodeoed to the ground out at the 43-yard line. Screen pass good for 11 and the first down.
Drew Winter finally brings him down, but the Tigers did not sniff that out at all. They got everybody through. It was well designed and executed by Ike.
First and 10 Eisenhower from their own 43-yard line. Direct snap nearly blown up by Graham. Complete pass out to the left and a first down going out of bounds on the far side. That again for Eisenhower is Mookie Douglas. And they'll move the chains as he goes out of bounds right at the 45 in Tiger territory.
You know, he's pretty quick himself. He got out there and just accelerated. He was able to get some separation and get the first down for Ike.
First and 10 Eisenhower at the Tiger 45. 9:19 left in the third period. Lawton on top, 25 zip, direct snap. Fisher popped. Flag flies from the backside.
Ball may have popped out there. Nobody's scrambling around, but it kind of looked like Graham was looking around for it there for a second.
Graham will get a yard, but let's see what the penalty is.
It's got to be a holding penalty, I suspect.
Chop
block.
Shot block.
Against Eisenhower. Mark it that way, folks.
Yes, please. Back him up 10 yards.
I'm going to tell you, who's dinging? Who's dinging?
It's me.
Okay. It got my attention. You see my head go up like.
As best I can today. As best I can.
Okay, right.
15-yard
We're going to get you a good pillow tonight.
Now mark it back at the 41 in Lawton territory after the penalty on the chop block. First and 25. You've got to go from the 41 in Lawton territory down to the 35 in Guymon territory. So 24. First and 24. Little razzle dazzle. Start left and bring the pitch back to the right. Tiger defense really, stay in your lanes, do what you're supposed to do. A pretty good job as they stop the forward progress of Mookie Douglas out at the 46. It's a pickup of 5, but pretty good D.
Very good D as the Tigers had a good push on their left side, turns him back to the inside, and it allowed his friends to catch up and bring him down.
So 2nd and 19, the whistles blow before the snap. Official pointing at the Guymon side.
I think one of the Tigers may be bleeding, so they're going to take a look at one of the Tigers' hands. May have some blood on it, looks like.
Gonna send
Little
him to the
hand checking.
sideline. Can't tell you who it is. Can't tell you.
Would love to.
2nd and 19. Fisher in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right on the 2nd and 19. Ball at the 46 in Eisenhower territory. A little flinching on the left-hand side for the Tigers and the right-hand side for the Eagles. Both, it looks like the Eagles pointing at the Guymon Tigers having jumped into the neutral zone before the snap.
But they blew the play dead, so it's got to be against. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Why you blew the play dead?
5-yard penalty offsides against the Tigers.
Only the second penalty of the ball game assessed against the Tigers.
That'll move the ball into Tiger territory on the 5 yards to the 49. 2nd down and call it 13 now. 2nd and 13 and a half. Going to load it up on the left-hand side. 3 receivers out there. Single receiver to the right. Fisher in trouble. Tigers going to get him. Nope, he gets away from the 45 to the 50 to the 45 to the 40 and out of bounds here on the near side. Tigers had 4 defenders with Fisher in the backfield and he gets away.
I cannot comprehend how that happens. I looked at it. I could see it with my own eyes. They were all around him, but they could not get a hand on him. And somehow he spins out and takes off and gets the first. That does not get the first down.
He's still a couple of yards short. So 3rd and 2 from the 37 in Guymon territory. Direct snaps, low snap to Fisher. Graham's got the first down on the left side and spins inside the 35 down to near the 31, and that'll move the chains.
Well, that's a heartbreaker. The Tigers have done a great job of pushing them back, but they're able to convert that first down. What was it, first and
24.
Yeah. Well done, Eisenhower.
Fisher gets a big chunk of it. 2 pretty decent runs from Graham and also from Mookie. First and 10. Eisenhower from the Tiger, call it the Tiger 32. Long count here from Fisher. Option left, in trouble. Gonna try and spin out. Tigers finally, one guy held on, and finally a host of Tigers showed up, and they finished Fisher off for a loss of 5.
Jovan does a great job of getting just enough of Fisher, and then his friends come along and help seal the deal. That may be the first time tonight that somebody's gotten a hold of Fisher in the backfield.
Now there's
really.
loss of 4 back
that
to,
is.
yeah, I think you're right. Loss of 4 back to the 36, so second down and 14. 7:05 left in the third quarter. Eisenhower, receiver split 2 left, 2 right. On the second down and long. Pass from Fisher. In traffic, incomplete, overthrown. Brings up third down.
He had time to set things up, and it was a long pass, but whoop, we're unplugged again.
God, I don't think well, I almost certainly did. Should be back.
Yep. Oops. Grandma cannot get the van just yet.
Fisher throwing on the third down. Into the end zone. Incomplete. Lost control. Holy smokes. I thought he had it.
He had it for a moment, and then when he hit the ground, it popped out. Incomplete. He had 2 receivers going to the same area, which is never a good idea because it brings more defenders into the same area.
Right.
But he's able to get enough on it. Strong arm, really. He threw it on his back foot. Was able to get it down there. Receiver just cannot haul it in.
So 4th down and long for the Eagles after the incomplete pass. Offense is going to stay on the field. They're going to flood it. 3 receivers left of the slot over there as well. Single receiver on the right-hand side on the 4th and 14. Fisher, direct snap, wants to throw. Gets pressure. Spins out to his left. Heaves it back across the field. It is incomplete. The Tigers in hell.
His man was open out there. He was trying to find Markel.
Colcott?
Okay, I'll go with that. We've got just enough light here. It's kind of hard to see.
That's what well, I think we've called his name a couple of times in the first half. Tigers take over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 36.
That's a nice turnover on downs. Great defense. They finally got their stop. Now Tigers will get their second possession here in the second half.
Guymon Vision Clinic bringing you the game tonight. Dr. Max Johnson and his staff wishing Tigers the best this season. Guymon Vision Clinic. 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 36. Santos trying to get something going. Wants to throw. Tries to get the screen set up. I don't think.
Gonna get a
We're
flag.
roughing the passer.
Yep.
And Santos a little bit slow to get up.
Took a pretty big hit after he made that pass. A little quicker than it was designed because the intended receiver had not turned his head just yet.
Well, I think there was some confusion and also about who the intended receiver was.
Well, once again, the Tigers had 2 guys in the same area, and again, that just doesn't work out. But because of the penalty, that'll move the change for the Tigers.
15-yard penalty will move it into Eisenhower territory barely at the Eisenhower 49. So 15 yards on the penalty. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Ike 49. 6:33 left in the third quarter. Eisenhower leading 25-0. Santos, hands on his hip. Single running back behind him. With receivers split doubles left and right. Direct snap, pitch to the right hand side. Turns up, going to lose yardage. Defense incredibly well by Eisenhower. The Tigers will lose yardage back into their own territory.
It's a play that normally works pretty well for the Tigers, that long pitch out to the right. But boy, what a huge push over there by the Ike defense. And they're back there almost as soon as he gets the pitch.
Kai Martin, I think, with the carry there, Todd, but he'll lose 6. Back to the Tiger 44, 2nd down and 16. I call it the 46, no, it's 2nd and 14. Loss of 4 on the play. Santos flings it left, incomplete. Trying to get it out to the receiver here on the left-hand side at about the 49 in Tiger territory, but the pass sails incomplete on him. Intended receiver looked to me like that was Riley Coakley, but it was incomplete.
I concur, sir. Just a little tall for Riley. Falls to the ground.
3rd down and 14 now, the Tigers. Looking for something on offense. Quick play, direct snap. Going to run that screen, and it is, again, incomplete. Out to the right-hand side, can't get it connected. And the Tigers will be in 4th and long.
Even if he had made the connection, it wasn't going to go anywhere because Eisenhower had it sniffed out very nicely. They had guys right there. I think that was Winter that was going to get that pass.
So 4th and long, Tiger punt unit comes on with 5:43 left in the 3rd. Looking to show punt here. Snap is back. Punts away. Low. Bounces at the 35 to the 30. Rolls dead at the 28 in Lawton territory. Eisenhower will have 1st and 10 from there.
At least there's no return on that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You know, there's something to be said for knuckleballing a punt.
As long as you get it down there
Right.
about 30, 35 yards, and that's about what he did. So that worked out.
Kick it away from these kids that have clearly got speed and clearly got the ability to break tackles and skitter away from defenses.
It was a big part of the success there in the 2nd quarter.
Yes, it was.
For Eisenhower, because they took advantage of the punts and got some nice returns.
So 1st and 10, Eisenhower from their own 28-yard line. Man in motion. Fisher, little fake there, keeping it, got some running room, cuts to the outside, 35, 40, buries a Tiger at the 43, and out of bounds at the 45.
He absolutely pulled the Tigers out of their shorts that time. They tried their best to get to him, but he jukes them right out and gets the 1st down. That's an impressive run. Probably the best one.
Little acting job there like Benedict Cumberbatch. Shows you one thing, does the exact opposite.
I hear about this guy.
Yeah. 17-yard gain on the play to the 45. Pass to the right-hand side. He's incomplete. Tiger's going to pick it up and return it. They're going to claim it was a lateral. Here comes the return. If the play stands, it's a touchdown. Hold on.
Touchdown.
It is touchdown Tigers. Some laziness there on the side of the Lawton Eisenhower folks, not paying attention to the direction of the pass. Well, the Ike coaching staff is upset. Their story is going to be it was a forward pass, but the white hat followed the play all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Tigers on what will be counted as a fumble.
To be fair, I think the Ike coach has something to say there because to my first eye, it felt like a forward pass. It was close, but it really felt like a forward pass. But not called that way, and the Tigers get on the board.
Tigers do get on the board with a 45-yard fumble return, and the extra point up and good. Tigers on the board. They trail 25-7 here in the 3rd quarter. 5:16 left in the 3rd. We'll step aside back after this on KKBS, The Boss. 5:16 left in the 3rd, and the Tigers on the board with a 45-yard fumble return. A little bit of a lazy attitude as it looked like to Lawton it was an incomplete pass.
Sure.
But you didn't hear the whistle.
No, and I was
you play
listening
through
close.
the whistle.
I was listening close.
And Tigers right on it. I mean, responding exactly like they were listening for the whistle, didn't hear it, picked the ball up off the turf.
Why wouldn't you?
Off to the races. Touchdown Tigers are on the board. Tigers kick off. Big kick, bounces at the 1
perfect.
from the 5, and here comes a return. Tigers going to stuff him at the 10. He breaks 2 tackles out to the 14. I tell you what, tough run, tough return. And they do put they put Lawton in a hole.
Return to the 14-yard line.
This Mookie Douglas just impresses the heck out of me as he has shown great skills. Punt returns, kickoff returns. He just won't go down with the first hit.
I'll tell you what, he looked at it. It's going to hit at the one. He can see that it's going to roll. He thinks to himself, it's a touchback. And then it takes us the backward bounce, and he's going, oh,
whoops.
Maybe I ought to get on that.
Got a little pucker going and was able to pick it up and
Got a
get
10-yard
something.
return. Yeah, got a 10-yard return out of it.
An absolutely perfect kick by Javier.
Now a flag prior to the snap from the back judge, too. He's counting Tigers. I think he's going to say 12 on the field. Yeah, illegal substitution is the call against Guymon on the 1st and 10.
Yep. I was counting quickly. I could tell where the flag came from, that was going to be the call, and sure enough.
1st down and 5 now after they mark off the 5 against the Tigers. Back out to the 20. Give the Eagles a tad bit of breathing room. 25-7, Lawton on top. Eisenhower, Fisher fakes and then pulls it down, runs it himself to the 35, out to the 40. Man. Give him credit. He's quite impressive, but that hole on that right-hand side was massive.
Yeah, I mean, just completely collapsed did the Tigers' defense on the left-hand side, and that's unfortunate because that's exactly where Fisher was going, and he was in the secondary very, very quickly.
20 yards picked up, out to the 40. 1st and 10, Eagles. From their own 40-yard line. Under 5 minutes left in the 3rd period. Fisher wants to throw, got good protection. Now getting some pressure, comes to his right. Pulls it down.
Flag,
yeah, I agree. I saw it too. To the 44. So pick up a 4. It looked to me like we definitely had a block in the backfield.
Yeah,
call.
When the blocker pulls his hands up like, oh no, I didn't touch him, and then turns around and looks at the referee, you know he did.
Sort of, yeah.
You know he did.
Yeah.
But no call.
No call. 2nd and 6. Lawton from their own 44. Fisher, slow, lazy snap, gets a little pass out to the left-hand side, complete. This is Douglas to the 45. Flag comes out. Douglas to the 40. I think we're coming back.
There's going to be a little holding.
Yeah, I think that's a hold at the 48 in Tiger territory. This is a 2nd down play that originated at the Ike 44. I'm waiting for a signal here from the official. A lot of discussion. Oh,
illegal man downfield.
There you go. That's a call you don't see very often.
Wow, no kidding.
And I think, consider some of the plays that have been extended by Fisher tonight. That hasn't been called yet.
That's a very valid point because he has extended a lot of plays, and you have to assume at some point some lineman's going to lose track of where he's supposed to be and get downfield. As we have timeout on the field.
4:07 left in the 3rd. 25-7, Lawton on top. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. And we're back. 4:07 left in the 3rd. City Bank and Trust Company here on KKBS, celebrating the 115th birthday through September 30th with a 1.15% CD. Stop in and ask about the City Bank and Trust Birthday CD special. Proudly sponsoring Tiger Football here on The Boss tonight. Thanks for joining us. Mike Patterson, Todd Singletary, and the captain lined up across here watching the Tigers with a better 3rd quarter than that 2nd quarter.
Oh, way better. The Tigers defense made some plays, made some stops, not allowing Lawton to score so far, knock on wood. But they've shown that they can move the ball just a little bit. Not enough, but they're getting better, but they're taking advantage of the opportunities. They get points on the board thanks to the lateral pass picked up on the field and returned 44 yards for the touchdown.
2nd down and 10 as we come out of the timeout. That is a result, of course, the illegal man downfield on the pass play. Wiped out a big game. So 2nd and 10 from the 40, Ike in their own territory. Fisher throws a pass underneath, complete to the 45. Defensed about as well as he could defend it. Still in all, Lawton's going to pick up 5.
And it's pretty amazing they got 5 out of it because the Tigers had a good push up front. Fisher has to roll out, finds his man, but only gets 4 or 5 yards.
Third down. And 5, long 5 here for the Eagles. Flooding the left. Fisher rolls left, gets a block to the 50, to the 45 in Tiger territory, down to the 40. And he'll move the sticks as there's a Tiger slow to get up on the far sideline. And he's up and apparently he's fine.
Two Tigers kind of collapsed on each other. As Fisher shows probably for the first time tonight his absolute speed. He had a gear that we haven't seen here tonight. And he took off and he had trips out to the left and they became blockers. And he gets the first down.
17 yards picked up on the run. 1st and 10 in Guymon territory. The Eagles at the Tiger 38. Balls on the ground. Bad exchange between quarterback and running back. Graham gets back on it to keep it for the Eagles, but they'll lose yardage back to the 40 and bring up 3rd down, or 2nd down, I should say.
Maybe he turned his head just a little bit to take a peek upfield before he was able to secure that handoff. You want to make sure you keep your eyes on the ball until it's in your breadbasket. 2nd and a dozen for the Eagles. 2 wideouts to the right. They'll give it to Graham. Starts right, then reverses field. Tigers fill the hole, and he'll lose a yard back to the 41, bring up 3rd down. 2 plays for the Tigers defensively, hands down the best here tonight. As they really fought off the blocks and got into the backfield. Forced Graham back to the middle of the field and down on the ground for the loss. 3rd and 13 for the Eagles. Seemed a little bit slow to get this lined up. Plenty of time on the play clock. Yep. Little conversation between Fisher and his running back on the 3rd and long. Option right. Fisher. Stiff arm, going to keep it himself. Hat comes off, still on his feet, and out of bounds here on the near side. Flag flies. Tiger loses his helmet as well. Fisher's forward progress is inside the 35. Fisher lost his hat, and you're saying Nick also lost his cap? Yes, sir. Put the ball down at the 39, and now we're going to have a conversation. Yeah, John Richmond also coming out on the field because I think he's puzzled as to what this flag's all about. I'm right there with him. Now, I know, you can't play without a hat on. Right. The play becomes dead at that point. Well, you got to protect kids. Right. Absolutely. Nobody should be out on the field without a helmet. There's a reason they give the kids those things. Conversation between zebras out there going on as well. To be clear, the whistle did not blow when his helmet came off. So there's no late hit. Do you think you heard a whistle? Maybe. Maybe? Well, but it might go the other way, Todd, because the quarterback continued the play after the whistle. Dead ball, personal foul against the Tigers. Personal foul against Guymon. If I'm Coach Richmond, I would like some explanation. I did not hear a whistle. Down to the 24 will be the mark off on the penalty. And we have a 1st down for Lawton. Coach headed back to the sideline pretty quick. Which one really ought to be explained to a coach? 2 wideouts left for the Eagles. 1st and 10 for them from the 24. Late going 3rd quarter, the Eagles leading 25-7, just over 2 minutes left in this 3rd period. Tigers Brady D. And Graham right to the gap. Breaking tackles Graham inside the 10, down near the 5. I'll tell you what, Tigers came with the blitz and Graham right up into the hole where that came from and able to turn that into a big play. Yep. He opened up, the Tigers created a hole for Graham, and he's so strong, so fast, and gets an extra 5 all by himself at the end of the run. 1st and goal to go. 19 yards for Graham on the play, down to the Tiger 5. And Lawton threatening. Hand it to Graham. Tries the left side. Not any running room. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Yeah, that's what the Tigers have been doing. Filling those gaps, and they got to the right side this time and bringing down in the backfield.
It's a 2nd and goal from the 5. Lawton lines it up with wideouts equally divided, 2 and 2, left and right. Hand it to Graham again. He'll start left. Cuts it up inside. It's a yard. Tigers defending well inside the 5. Brings up 3rd down.
Maybe even more impressive than the last couple of plays, stopping Graham quickly with the first hit, which is unusual to bring him down with the first hit.
Under a minute left in the 3rd period, 25-7. Lawton with an 18-point lead and trying to extend it. Fisher in the shotgun for the Eagles. Going to keep it himself. Got a seam up the middle, and he is in the end zone. Waiting for a signal. There it is. Touchdown for the Eagles. Fisher calls his own number and goes in from 4 yards out.
He's just so powerful of a runner. Even for a fast guy, he's powerful too. And the line opened up just enough crease, and he drives right through into the end zone for the touchdown.
Comes with 35 seconds left in the 3rd and extends it to a 31-7 score. Extra point attempt from the Eagles still to come. Looks like the conventional kick for 1. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is on the way, and it's good. 32-7 is our score with the Eagles on top of the Tigers. Back after this with the end of the 3rd period. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. Tigers awaiting the kickoff from the Lawton Ike Eagles. Up 32-7. Kickoff taken by one of the up men from the 15 to the 20. Goes to the far side, cuts it upfield to the 25, and then hammered. Tigers will have 1st and 10 from their own 28. The offense got to find something.
Got a score texted to me. Folks back home might be interested in. Texoma and Hooker playing today. Hooker up 20-7 in the 3rd.
Tigers will have 1st and 10 from their own 27. 27 suddenly seems to be the number, doesn't it? 1st and 10 Tigers. Santos single running back behind him. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Tigers down by 25. Late going 3rd quarter. Direct snap. Santos wants to throw. Throws it left between receivers again and incomplete.
I think he was looking for Huckins, but Huckins cut his route short, and Santos was expecting him to continue in his cross pattern.
2nd down and 10. The white hat's mark was a little off. He corrected.
Good catch.
Same formation for the Tigers on 2nd and 10 from their own 27. Direct snap, Santos. Play action, in trouble. Trying to get away from a host. The Eagles not going to be able to. Eagles nest collapses on Santos and will be sacked back inside the 20.
Left guard for the Tigers just completely whiffed on his man. Nice swing move, and he's in the backfield, and Santos was immediately scrambling around looking for a way out.
Loss of 8, back to the 19. 3rd down Tigers. 3rd quarter's over. We'll step aside. Back with the final period. After this, you're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. Thank you. We're back, and Tigers trailing at the end of 3, 32-7 here on KKBS. Thanks for joining us tonight. Panhandle Printing, they're moving, and they're taking their visual concoctions with them. Starting in October, you'll be able to see and visit them on 4th Street in Lilia in Guymon, America. New location, Panhandle Printing, proudly sponsored Tiger Football here on KKBS. As we come out of the end of the period of play to start the 4th quarter, the Tigers with 3rd down and a long way to go. 3rd and 19 from their own 19. Santos getting pressure from his right side, gets away from it. Now big pressure, he'll be dropped back inside the 10. I'll tell you what, Jacobs, he can sort of escape that first man, but if the first guy can hold him up for just a second, then the Eagles collapse.
Right, because they've got so much pressure coming up the inside anyway. They send a blitz from Jacobs' right-hand side, and he is sort of blocked, but could not get enough on him. Jacob gets away from him, but by that time, play's over.
Consecutive 9-yard sacks. 4th down. They've got to go from the 9 to the 38. So 4th and 29. Tigers punt team is on. Eagles are back to receive. Kicks away. Catch through the hands of the receiver. Now he picks it up at the 50. Here we go. Nice coverage.
Oh,
the Tigers going to
much
stop
better.
him at about the 46. The return there from Mookie Douglas. Mookie's been dangerous tonight too.
Oh,
And so the Tigers hold them to a return of 3, and the Eagles will have 1st and 10 from the Tiger 47.
that's a win for the Tigers punt team to get down there and stop him that quickly. They've had good punts. I mean, they averaged almost 40 yards in the first half, and but it's the return yards that were just killing them.
Yep. Hey, KKBS.com. You can find area scores right now, KKBS.com, a mobile-friendly site that's handy for tonight. And what's handy for tonight is on the KKBS mobile app. And we placed a widget and link there for area scores. So check us out online, around the world, KKBS.com. 1st and 10, Lawton Ike from the Tiger 47, man in motion. Fisher, they want to run the screen, falls incomplete. Tigers blew that up a little bit. Fisher tried to finesse that in, couldn't do it.
Tried to put just a little touch on it and drop it over the blockers for the Tigers.
Sort of a rainbow, huh?
Mm-hmm. But it sails over Graham's hands and incomplete, stopping the clock.
Fisher gets his offense on the field. TEL Oil and Play Like a Girl Women's Fitness Center, the area's only women's fitness center. Autumn resolutions ask only that you be open to positive change. Well, there you go.
I'm open.
I'm open too. As clearly for the carry there. Graham with the carry and skitters around inside the 45. He has been a nemesis for the Tigers all evening long.
But only for positive change.
Only
to be
for
clear.
positive. You're funny.
No, I like that.
Down to the 42. It's a pick up of 5. 3rd and a long 5 for the Eagles. Get lined up. 2 wide outs to the left-hand side. Single running back behind Fisher on the 3rd down. Hand off to Graham. He's wrapped up. Tigers play it well defensively. And Graham will lose back to the 46-ish and bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
I was going to see, these haven't updated. That's one. That's like, nah, I know he's got more yards than that. Let me get that for you here on the next play.
Guymon Vision Clinic, Dr. Matt Johnson and his staff wishing the Tigers the best this season. Also one of our sponsors here tonight for Guymon Tiger Football on KKBS. 4th down and 8 for the Eagles. And they show the punt formation with 9:45 left in the game. Fisher with a little dipsy-do runs out and gets his leg into it, and the Tigers fair catch it right around the 10-yard line. I thought for a moment Fisher was looking to throw it down the field, Todd.
That was the intent of the play. Get that out on film so that folks pay attention when he's in that punting formation. Fisher's had a fine night. 18 carries, 141 yards.
That's pretty good.
Graham, 20 carries, only 80 yards.
Yeah, it seems like it ought to be more than that.
It
doesn't
does seem more than that. Total offense, 487 yards for Eisenhower so far. Tigers -5.
Tigers with 1st and 10 from their own 10, having difficulty keeping the Eagles off of Santos. They got him on another sack. Did they get him inside? No. No, the referee blows the play dead inside the one. It is not a safety, but it's darn close.
That was scary. I mean, there was a late blitz from the left side for Eisenhower. Came flying in at the last second. Wrap him up inside the 1-yard line.
Over 2 possessions, Todd. That's 3 straight sacks for Ike. 9 yards lost on each of those sacks. So the Tigers, I did it.
No, we're good. We're good.
Nope, it's really loose in that socket. Let me just tell you that. I don't feel quite so bad now. 2nd down and 19. Tigers trying to get it out of the end zone. Just hand it off. Boy, yeah. Did he get out of the end zone?
He did not.
Safety called. Safety called, loss of a yard, and the Tigers will free kick from the 20. 34-7 on the safety.
It was just a tough situation for the Tigers, just trying their best to get it out of the end zone, but unfortunately they could not find any sort of creases. It was a strong push from the right-hand side of the Ike defense. Wrap him up in the backfield for the loss.
Safety comes with 8:41 left in the ball game and extends the Eisenhower lead to 34-7. And you know, the Tigers were very close on the previous play. I actually kind of thought they did get Jacob in the end zone.
The referee was
official was right there.
Yeah.
It was right there, but it was close.
It was very close.
And then of course Eisenhower making it pay off on the next play for the safety. Tigers will free kick. Why do you guys got a free kick from down here?
Yeah.
It's your free kick from your 20. We're not changing ends of the field. We didn't change quarters.
No, just yet.
Little confusion there. Free kick from the 20 after the safety. 8:41 left in the game. Guymon Car Washes, Typhoon Illusion, and the Rainmaker. Visit your Guymon Car Washes today and bring out the best in your ride. Show your pride. Typhoon Illusion on 12th and the Rainmaker on 8th in Maine. You see a little rain this weekend, Tom. They're saying there might be a little rain.
We need some. It's been a while. Been way too long.
34-7, Ike on top. 8:41 left in the ball game, and the Tigers with the free kick from their own 20 after the safety. Scored by the Eisenhower Eagles. Kicks away. High, end over end, long, taken. Here comes the return from the 25. 30, 35, comes to the near side. 40, 45, 50. And out of bounds in Guymon Tiger territory. Lawton's been dangerous on returns tonight, Tom.
Oh, they just make me nervous every time we kick the ball to them, and the Tigers got sucked into going down the middle of the field, and they opened up that outside lane, and he's able to take off, make the move to the outside, get some help from some friends, and gets it into Tiger territory.
Yep, good return. Got about 27, 28. Maybe more than that out of that return.
It's pretty close,
32.
27.
About 32 it looks like. First and 10, they mark it at the 43 in Tiger territory. Eagles will have great field position, up by 27. Fisher at quarterback. High snap, control, handoff, big hole right side to the 40, to the 35, down to the 30. Whoa, Mookie Douglas with that carry.
Showed a lot of speed, finally brought down by Huckins. But boy, he got into the secondary so fast. Big hole over the right-hand side, and he was motoring.
Down to the Guymon 29. It's a pickup of 13, first and 10. Just that kind of counted and had that big hole on the right-hand side. First and 10, Eisenhower. Handoff. This is Douglas. He'll try the left side. Down to the 25, to the 21. Mookie good for 8 more on that carry.
Jovan Ochoa finally catches up from behind. But we talked about Graham tonight. He's quick, he's strong, he's an unbelievable back. And Joban's doing a great job to catch up to him.
Pickup of 8. Second down and a deuce for Eisenhower. Just under 8 minutes left in the game. Fisher, been about as good as advertised tonight, Don.
Yeah, he's a dandy.
Play action fake, and then pitch comes to the right-hand side. This is Graham juddering and jiving, and then a flag at the end of the play. Looks like he was close to the first down. I'm a little puzzled by the flag.
I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out maybe a face mask at the end of the play.
Yeah, but he was turned away from the defender.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And that hold
They're
against
gonna call
Lawton. That's
hold.
why, well, that's okay.
Okay. I didn't see anybody else out there,
Nope. They're gonna the flag's position on the field indicating the hold happened at about the 17, maybe the 18. They mark it off and put the ball down at the 28 after the penalty. So we'll play second down again, and essentially 10 as the penalty wipes out the previous play. So second, call it 9.5. Direct snap to Fisher, handoff to Graham, right side, got the seam, got the first down, and out of bounds on the far side, inside the 20, down to the 14, down to the 13. Big run there for Graham, and it's first down.
Have we mentioned that Graham is fast? Have we mentioned that tonight?
I don't know. Did you say that?
If I haven't, let me throw that out there. Mr. Graham is fast.
I want to remind folks, State Representative Casey Murdoch fighting for our Panhandle values and sponsoring tonight Tiger football on KKBA. Handoff, left side, nice hole. Forceful run, powerful run, down inside the 5, close to the 1. Moving Tigers in a pile. I think it was Graham again with the carry.
Sure it was.
Wow.
Sure it was. He's just so powerful. I cannot say enough nice things about this young man on the football field. He impresses the heck out of me. A lot of heart.
First and goal, call it the 2, pickup of 11 on the previous play. Handoff, he'll lose yardage here as the Tigers won. They were ready for Graham all the way on that play.
I think they saw it coming. They wanted to reward Graham with a touchdown, so hey, yeah, sure, let's look for him. They did. They found him in the backfield.
Loss of a yard. So second and goal from the 3 as we go under 7 minutes left of the ball game. Eagles line up. Power's going to be on the left-hand side, and they're going to run it left. Fisher going to call his own number again. Dives over a Tiger and into the end zone. Pick up a 3 for the touchdown.
He has pretty good leaping ability as well. Gets to the edge very quickly, and then he only had one man to beat, and he just flies right over him and in for the touch.
40th point for the Eagles. They're waiting for the extra point to come. The score comes with 6:27 left in the ball game. And the extra point attempt still upcoming. Lawton's a man short. They run him in from the sideline. Here comes the extra point attempt. Snap is back. It's low but controlled. The kick is very low. Tigers might even have gotten a hand on it. It is no good. And the score will remain Eisenhower 40, Tigers 7. We'll step aside. Back with more after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Boss. Thank you very much. 6:27 left in the ball game. Lawton in control, 40-7. Eisenhower to kick off. Kick is up and away. Tigers will return it from the 22. And Lawton defending. Now they'll take the Tigers. They'll go out to the left-hand side. Breaks a tackle to the 40, 45, 50 in the Eisenhower territory and taken out of bounds on the far side. But the Tigers will have excellent field position as they say the return out of bounds on the far side at the Ike 38-yard line.
Well, that won't hurt things, will it? Nice return there by the Tigers.
Tigers will have 1st and 10 from the Ike 38, trailing 40-7. That's 7 points coming on a defensive score in that third period.
We have a final in the Hooker Texoma game. Hooker 27-7.
Tigers go on offense with the 1st and 10 from the 38 in Eisenhower territory. Santos fakes and keeps himself, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Back to the 42, loss of 4. Second and 14. Tigers looking for anything offensively here. They're just having a very, very difficult time here in this. Well, that's been true throughout the game, but it seems especially pointed here in the late going. Direct snap to Santos. Handoff. Tigers trying to get to the outside on the left-hand side. They'll lose a yard or 2. Not a lot of running room here. That's, I think, Martin with the carry.
It was Martin.
3rd and very long.
Starting to get a few touches in this ball game. Coach has been pleased with his progress.
5:19 left in the ball game. Tiger offense on the field. 3rd down and long. They've got to move it down to the 28 to convert. You're on 3rd down and 14. Santos, direct snap to him, looks right, throws right. Got a man underneath, complete down to the 40, inside the 40 to the original line of scrimmage at the 38. It'll bring up 4th and 10. And we're both trying to figure out which Tiger that was, aren't we?
Yep. Jade Whitehead making the reception.
I don't know. Have we called his name this season at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Ran a nice route.
Pick up a 6 down to the 38. 4th and 10.
Coach thought about it again for a while, but decides to go ahead and send out his punting team.
Interesting.
Took a long time to ponder that
Play
one.
clock's down to 5.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a field goal. That's why they got a tie. They're going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Or take the penalty. Tigers take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football and KKBS, the boss.
Oh, I think he can.
4:56 left in the ball game. 40-7 is our score. Lawton on top, and the Tigers at least showed for a moment that they might be going for what would amount to a 55-yard field goal attempt. Medina, oh, he smokes, man. Baba Booey,
Crazy, man. 55
yards. Well, make you catch your breath a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure, you're going to pay attention to this.
From the near hash, Huckins to hold. This is returnable, by the way.
Yes.
55-yard attempt coming. Woo. Snap is back. Huckins controls, kicks away. Nice end over it. Might have had the distance. Looks like it was wide right. Wide right. I think he had the distance, Todd.
But he ran into the kicker, and so the Tigers are going to get another shot here. Because they ran
Holy
all
cow.
over him. They ran all over him.
Holy cow.
He definitely had the distance. That was good for another yard or two. Unfortunately, the first half he was pulling everything off to the left. This time, didn't pull it. Kind of pushed it off to the right just a tick.
Waiting for them to mark off the penalty and sort this out.
This will be a first down for the Tigers. That's a personal foul. If I've ever seen one.
Well, love it. Head official there talking again to the Eisenhower coaching staff.
Coach Richmond comes out, but nobody ever comes out to talk to him.
H&R Block, let's tell you about them. Get a part of your billion back. H&R Block, Guymon 12th and East Street. Stop in today. Well, now, not today, because, they're probably closed. Maybe tomorrow. Get every dime you're entitled to. H&R Block, they'll help you do that. So they'll set this up. It is a 10-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
No, we were 4th and long. This started at the 38, so it's a 10-yard penalty. And we'll set it down for what now amounts to a 50. Well, you're right.
Yeah, it's a
is
5-yard penalty.
Snap is back. Huckins hold, kick away again. Got
Oh,
the distance.
easy.
50-yarder's good. He would have made that from 55, maybe 60. 50-yard field goal good.
This is a great kid, man. He's got a strong leg, and he squared it up that time. I mean, he nutted that thing. That was impressive.
Here's what I like. Did you hear the response from the Eisenhower fans? They appreciate it.
You don't see 50-yard field goals in high school.
Not very often. 4:44 left. We'll step aside. Back after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, the boss. We are back. 4:44 left in the ball game. The Tigers on the board with something special here tonight. Yeah, they're on the short end of the score, but a 50-yard field goal gets the Tigers on the board here in the 4th period. Big kickoff through the end of the end zone. No, you're not going to return that.
No. And he's been on the money. We sure missed him last week. I mean, the Tigers got the win last week, but he was definitely missed on the field.
That's such a weapon to have. In a close game, that is such a weapon to have available to you. They have that much leg. Garden City Community College, aged to perfection since 1919 and situated on its beautiful campus, 63 acres there in Garden City. GCCC affords students the opportunities to embark on their collegiate journeys without needing to venture far from home. GCCC bringing you Tiger football here tonight on KKBS. 1st and 10 for the Eisenhower Eagles in control, leading 40-10, and 1st and 10. And I think we've got a new quarterback into the game. I think we're going to see some Eisenhower substitutions.
I think we saw some defensively on that last series as well.
It's maybe Douglas running the controls. Direct snap to him, new running back through the middle from the 20 to the 23 and then driven back. Nope, not Douglas running at the controls for the Eisenhower Eagles. At quarterback now is Trey Harris. And with the run there for the Eagles, Tariq Jackson. And he gets 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Tigers just got to stand tall and take care of business here on this drive. So we're creeping up on 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Well, Todd, Tigers move on from this. They're back at home next week. That's a game that I won't be doing because I'll be on the road to do the other thing that I do. 2nd down play. Run to the right-hand side, the Eagles do. They'll get a yard or 2 out of it and bring up 3rd down and 5. With the carry there for the Eagles is Reed Newport, 3rd and 5.
Tigers get Carl Albert next week.
Yeah, it's going to be, that's a tough draw.
Oh, man, because Carl Albert is the real deal, folks. They're really good.
3rd and a short 5 for the Eagles. The ball between the 25 and 26 in Eagle territory. High snap, handoff, running back stays on his feet, but will be short of the 1st down. He'll pick up yardage out to the 29, and it's 4th down.
Carl Albert, of course, tonight playing Guthrie, which should be
pretty good matchup right there.
Really, Guthrie's down just a tick this year. They had a tough pre-district schedule as they went 1-2, but they're still in the top 10.
Well, you know, that district schedule's it's a whole different beast.
Oh, yes, it is. And there's a lot of great teams in this district.
4th and 1. Eagles look to punt. Tigers will get the ball back. We go under 3 minutes left in the ball game. Long time letting that play clock run down.
Yes, they are.
Fisher to punt. Gets the punt away. End over end, bounces, takes a little bit of a Guymon bounce, killed by the Eagles, and the Tigers will have 1st and 10 from their own 42.
Well, we'll see if Coach Richmond decides to counter with his substitutions offensively.
Down by Reed Newport.
See if Mr. Santos and crew are still in the ball game.
2:31, the clock stops after the punt killed at the Tiger 42-yard line. Offense is trickling onto the field, as I think you called it right, Todd. I think we've got wholesale Tiger substitution time.
Corey Gonzalez in the quarterback, I believe.
Certainly not number 12, is it? I think it's Garcia, maybe. Handoff, left-hand side. As Martin with the carry to the 44 for a pickup of 2. As we try to puzzle out who's on the field.
Well, it's, you know, we've talked about it. These jerseys are just so hard to see what the numbers are.
Don't want to, hate to make excuses, but it is what it is. I think Nick Garcia maybe tied number 8 at the quarterback spot.
Okay.
Maybe.
Could be.
Handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeps it and goes around the left end. He's across the 45. Out to the 48. 3rd down. Pick up a 4. So 3rd and 4. Tigers on offense. Put a man in motion. Handoff. Running back is in trouble almost immediately. It'll be dropped for a loss of a yard. And the Tigers will face 4th down with a minute left in the ball game.
I believe it's number 6, Ethan Carl.
So
Get your white spectacles out.
okay,
And,
all right, sure.
you're zooming in. That's what I was able to see.
6 is a real possibility.
Punting situation for the Tigers.
Down to 35 seconds. The clock continues to run. 13 on the play clock, so the Tigers do have to run the play or face the delay game. Punter said, "Do you want to take the delay, Coach?"
Yeah. And apparently he is going to take the delay.
Yep, they're going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field. Yep, there it is. You're right.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. 19 seconds left in the ball game. And Grandma, I think you can get the van.
Yes, fire it up, baby.
Head to the Sonic and make mine spicy. Kicks away.
Nobody back.
Lawton will let it roll. Now pick it up at the 22-23 to the 25, out to the 29. 7 seconds left to stop the clock there on the return.
30-yard line. Eagle first down.
First and 10, Eisenhower. They will go to 1-0 in district and win their first game of the season. Tigers will drop to 0-1 in the district and 1-3 on the season.
Lawton gets Piedmont on the road next week.
That's our game 2 weeks into the future, I believe.
That is correct. And we will be on the road for that as well.
29-yard line. Lawton's just got to snap it one more time, and they will claim the victory here. 40-10 our score. The Eisenhower Eagles really dominant in the game tonight, especially after that first period of play.
Yeah, after the first period, it was kind of a draw at that point. Neither team could do much with it. Eisenhower can move the ball, but they couldn't score.
Fisher takes the knee, and that's the ball game. Eisenhower wins it 40-10, and we will step aside. Back with the post-game show after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss.